Picture this: the lights of Las Vegas shimmer like a restless heartbeat, the crowd already humming with that particular electricity you only feel when something brand new and a little dangerous is about to explode, and right there in the center of it all stand the fighters who never came from the usual boxing gyms or dusty old neighborhood rings but from mirrored dance studios and packed fan meets, a brotherhood that calls themselves a boxing idol group. And trust me, this isn't some gimmick cooked up by a bored promoter, this is a full-on pop culture detonation. These guys train like world champions and rehearse like chart-topping idols, and every story that drips out of their inner circle only adds fuel to the wildfire. Fans talk about the leader, Jaden, Golden Gloves, Reyes, the kid from Miami whose left hook went viral before his first single ever dropped, a fighter with rhythm so sharp he choreographs entire routines around the crack of leather on the bag, and the way he stares down a camera makes teenagers scream like they're at a stadium show. Next to him is Dae Kim, the quiet soul prodigy who once auditioned for a K-pop label and got rejected for being too intense, only to channel that intensity into the kind of jab that makes seasoned trainers shake their heads in disbelief, and whenever he posts a midnight sparring clip on social media the hashtags trend in 3 languages within minutes. Behind the ropes you've got the producers, the managers, the stylists, all scrambling to keep up because the group's first arena tour sold out before the fight card was even announced, and that's when the drama really starts. Leaked DMs of rival promoters trying to poach members, whispers that one of the guys is secretly training with a legendary Cuban coach in Havana, rumors of a documentary crew embedded with them to capture the inevitable implosion or meteoric rise, no one's sure which will come first. Twitter spaces light up every night with fans dissecting glove brands, analyzing sweat-drenched rehearsal photos, arguing over whether the choreography is giving away too much of their ring strategy, while TikTok edits splice slow-motion uppercuts with neon stage lights until the line between sport and performance disappears completely. And then there's the night they crashed the after-party at the MGM Grand, stories of champagne-soaked ring ropes and an impromptu spar with a retired champion that had the whole room chanting their name, phones out, live streams pulling in millions of views before sunrise. Insiders say the group dynamics are pure fire and ice. Jaden and Dae push each other like rivals even as they finish each other's dance cues. Marco, the Bronx southpaw with a voice like gravel, is the peacekeeper but his own ambitions are starting to leak out in late-night podcast rants, and Liam from Dublin, the crowd-pleaser with a dangerous smile, is rumored to be negotiating a solo fight in Tokyo that could fracture the brotherhood if it happens. Meanwhile, brands are circling like hawks, luxury labels dropping 6-figure offers for walkout robes, sneaker companies begging for exclusive rights to their training shoes, and every time a deal leaks the fanbase splits between those who want them to stay underground and those who crave the global spotlight. Backstage, coaches talk about how hard it is to balance the endless rehearsals with brutal sparring sessions, how the boys sometimes sneak off to shadowbox in hotel parking lots at 3 a.m. just to feel like fighters instead of pop stars, and you can feel that tug of war every time they step into the ring, the crowd screaming not just for a knockout but for a glimpse of what's real beneath the glitter. It's messy, it's intoxicating, and nobody, including the fighters themselves, knows whether this experiment is building toward a legendary dynasty or a spectacular collapse. But as the next televised bout looms and hashtags like #GoldenLeft and #IdolUppercut keep climbing, you can sense that the story of these boxing idols is only tightening its grip on the world, round after round, beat after beat, with every punch and pirouette blurring the line between violence and spectacle and leaving us all hungry to see what they'll dare to do next.